What I've got for you today is a budget Reanimator that I'm making piece by piece on a Smurf account. Last week, this deck had no Chrome Moxes and no Griefs in it. I finally splurged. I mapped out my road path to where I wanted this deck to be for my next upgrade, and that was my next upgrade. But let me just show you where this deck started. Budget Reanimator 2. I think this was probably the first one. Yeah, so it kind of started here. You'll see no Chrome Moxes and no Griefs. It started with some Overlord crafts, just because I thought Overlord was super good before Entomb came out, so that was kind of the path we went there. Entomb was dropped with like a week's notice, and like, 2 weeks before that, I'd crafted the Overlords. So this deck was pretty bare bones. You can see still no Thoughtseizes or anything like that. It used to ransack the lab, but this deck was the starting place for where it's at now, right? Mono black. We had one Saint Elenda from an opening. We had a few Atraxas, I think, from an opening, so it was like 2. I think we had a Galta, and yeah, this was just kind of the starting spot of where I wanted the deck to be at. It had the Buried Alive package, but it was a little slow, So finally, like I said, last week I went in and I crafted and I bought a bunch of stuff. I spent the gold because the anthologies didn't come out, and I finally mapped out where I wanted the deck to be, so I put in some Chrome Moxes and some Griefs, and that was my first big upgrade. And so from there, I went on a climb. Why am I doing another Smurf account? Well, my main account is like top 700 right now. I really don't feel like grinding for top 250. So there's only a few days left in the season. I don't want to sit there and just grind and grind and grind and probably not even hit top 250. It's just really, really challenging in the current meta for Timeless to climb that high, mostly because it's really crowded with powerful cards, and even though this might be the most powerful deck, you're fighting crazy strong opponents all of the time. Every single person is running Thoughtseize. So, like you could see in my last video, we went 70% win rate with 20% go first rate. Like, it's just that strong. But it can't climb as high as it needs to compared to best of 3 players playing Timeless, best of 3 players playing Alchemy, best of 1 players playing Alchemy. It's just not as consistent as the extra consistency that you get from playing people at a super low rating. Best of 1, our highest streams have been achieved on our main account, 700. We could obviously grind more and maybe get it lower, but we're not going to hit 250 unless we play all day. Guess what? It's my holiday. I'm not gonna smash Magic cards all day. I'm just not, okay? And then on my Smurf account, right now I'm 417, 420, something like that. And I tried to climb a little bit this morning. So we went 4 and 2 this morning. So what did I do? I got a Smurf account together. I've been working on it every now and then. And yeah, for the most part, we're climbing through Diamond right now. I'll keep you guys posted on how it does. I do think that I'm going to be upgrading it sooner or later into a final version, whether that's Atraxas Sac Belcher or Rakdos remains to be seen. I'm just going to run some games on Mono Black Reanimator just to show you what a budget version of this deck can do, because I know the main version is super expensive. Let's get into it. Alright, well here we've got Dark Ritual and Tomb Reanimate play. Seems really good for turn 1. What am I thinking about here? Galta? Turn off their graveyard? One turn clock. Big dudes. Big dudes. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Climb into Mythic. Alright, we got a discard play. Sure. They're on the mulligan path. Maybe we hit Divest, Entomb. They're tapping. Grief would be good too. Hard casting spire. Too fast. I get buried alive, right? It would have been Entomb and buried alive if I put Ulamog away. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It was nothing. So we can reanimate his graveyard. Yeah, there's no win here. Wait. Yeah, one card in deck. Yeah, I died at attacks is the problem. One health. One health off. Well, two, but you know, whatever. Nothing. Entomb. Nothing. Wow. That's impressive. Damn. That sucked. They are going down super low on cards. So I guess we might not concede this. Cool. This works, right? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, let's grief first. Forgot about force. Spooky. Only one. Only one. I should have done Ulamog. Entomb. We got another Grief. Nice. Should have went Ulamog, even if it was only one. Let's talk about it, okay? Because their turn 1 is going to be Tamiyo holding up Flare, right? So if we attack with Ulamog for 1, like, we should be able to walk through their turn 1s. So it's Annihilator 1, so it's either blow up the Tamiyo, which turns off the force, or blow up the land, which they lose to because they only have 1 land. Whereas this, yeah, it could hit a Grief, and then start to wheel with, like, Dark Ritual and Reanimates and stuff, and Entomb. But you can't take both Entomb and Dark Ritual. But you do get the land. So next turn we do have the Entomb Reanimate play, and then Grief discards the new Necromancy, so we're still floating a Necromancy. And then the Grief would, yeah. So both plays were super good. But the Ulamog play just kind of was 100%, I think. So, all right, opponent goes first. We've got turn 1 Entomb, turn 2 Life Death. You chose poorly. It's inevitable. Alright, well, this one's not great. Turn 1 Divest, turn 2 maybe Life Death. It seems like we can do a little better. Not that, though. Alright, now I'm regretting throwing that back. Now it's big regrets. We have to dodge Counterspell, Thoughtseize, and their Reanimate. And Graveyard Hate. Big dudes. Mono black big dudes. Let's go. Alright, here we go. We've got Entomb, Reanimate turn 1. My turn. Galta. Big dudes. Grief. Very, very, very important card. We've already got Buried Alive. We've already got Divest. So we could divest ourselves, reanimate Atraxa again. But I think we kind of already have what we want right now. And we basically just need... to shut down whatever he's got. So we're looking at a Grief, Dark Ritual, Life, Death, Grief again, into a Divest play. So it's going to be Thoughtseize 3. Alright, so we've got a lot of options here. We're going to... Is this Planeswalkers? Artifact, okay. With the Ashiok. Grief the One Ring, Fatal Push, and divest the One Ring. Cool. All right, here we've got a Dark Ritual, Divest, Reanimate play on Ulamog, but Ulamog would have no counters. So we have a Dark Ritual, Buried Alive play, followed by a Demonic Tutor Reanimate play. It's going to have to be good enough. All in. Alright, so first things first, let's look at his hand. Okay, I want to make sure... I mean, I guess we could just find out by playing the spell. It's not real Thoughtseize or anything. Okay, so we should be fine here. Alright, we're going to go for the Arden line. We're going to risk a Brainstorm into Solitude. All right, we'll go with Atraxa. Alright, so we've got Entomb, Reanimate next turn off of that. Too many threats. Threat one down. We got Val Daddy as an option here. I like Galta. Gets us grief. GG. Holy crap, we got a fun one here. Oh, double Entomb. Okay, well, now it's not so much fun. The plan was to divest and Entomb, divest the Atraxa, Entomb the Arden. But now since we have double, we can just go Entomb, Arden, Entomb, Ulamog. So it was going to be a really fun play, but this is your strongest double Entomb play, bar none. Alright, we got the discard play, but the Necromancy won't be there for an additional turn, so we can't go that route. Okay, this one we just win the game, I guess. Cool. Yeah, super cool. Oh shit. Oh shit, what happened there? Okay, well that's hilarious. I shouldn't have double Dark Ritualed, I guess. Oh my god, we're actually gonna lose this game. That was the worst Atraxa dig I've ever seen. Doesn't he just have a bounce? So show and tell. Okay. When a dragon you control enters, return the enchantment. There's a dragon. Draw 3 cards. Stock up. I guess we make him cast stock up again. I thought this was a bounce effect. It's not. It's just draw. Alright, cool. That was super sad. But now it's fine. Demonic Tutor for Thoughtseize. Oh my god, I could have just Thoughtseize and won the game. That's annoying. Where's Grief? We don't have regular Thoughtseize here, so we need the Grief. I didn't even know that was a card. Stock up, Supreme Will, counter target spell, look at the top 4, Omniscience. He basically needs to top deck anything to stop taking damage. I think stock up does that the best. If he nut draws show and tell, you know, he nut draws show and tell. I don't care. But if he can dig that deep and find another bounce effect, we lose the game. And with Ancient Tomb, he has enough for stock up and show and tell. Digs 4. Show and tell wins the game. Bounce wins the game. He's eyeballing our Grief. He loses. The win streak continues. All right. I'm going to show it here. We're 2 wins off. I'm going to show the win streak real quick. All right. We got turn 1. Divest, or sorry, Entomb, Life Death. On the draw. 2 wins from greatness. Can we dodge the Thoughtseize? Dude, we did it. We could go like Ulamog, Volgavoth. Volgavoth seems really good. Yeah, this is really bad for me. I should have went with the Ulamog. We didn't know. I don't know. Valgavath probably was the right play there. I don't know why I gave him a Valgavath to reanimate. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that was a bad play. Oh, he's tapped out. He's tapped out. That's so sad. He's tapped out. That's super sad. If he blocks, I'll be so happy. Oh my god, he did block. Why would he do that for me? That's huge. Okay. Big mistakes into their big mistakes into us winning the game. Let's go. Okay, so now we can play a troll. Okay, that's sick. All right, so he has dominion over our graveyard. But we have dominion over his hand with double divest here. Yeah, we get the One Ring here. We'll get a Baragoyf. Oh, I guess we could have played the One Ring first just to see. One win. What was that? All right, turn one, we have the discard play on the draw. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Mox wins us the game. Reanimate does not. I think we will play the divest play though. This gives us one extra mana next turn, and we might need that. We're kind of shields down, but I mean, the jig's up. He knows what we got. The other factor is show and tell. Typically doesn't run strip mines. Looking for force. Nice. We just need grief now. We found grief. Entomb. Alright, so we ditched the Atraxa. for the grief line. And we did it. Just like that, we're mythic. Mythic ranked Smurf account, budget, mono black. Before we check the number, okay, I want to put it out there. Disclaimer right now, okay? I just crafted the last Chrome Mox and the last Grief today. My first upgrade, I spent a bunch of gold to get a bunch of packs. I'd saved up a little bit. I was sort of saving it in case an anthology came out. And maybe, 3 or 4 days ago, I crafted, I did a big crafting session, and I got the Chrome Moxes and the Griefs. But before that, we were running a pretty budget line. So we've only been running the top deck for a little while. Yeah, okay, 92%. Just so you know, though, this is a complete budget deck, okay? Let's go to it. We got 92%. I was hoping for numbers, and I'll show you why in a second here. I don't have on tap GG stats to kind of go back and look at, but let's look at it real quick. That climb, we had intro to mono black. Here I played 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just highlight the games. So I've got 23 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 or 7 losses. Let's go with 6 losses. So I don't have my on tap GG profile linked yet for my Smurf account. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave the video right now. I hope it was informative and enjoyable. Thanks for watching.